Bonjour, voici vidéo 10C, 10C, sur le conditionnel. As we talked about in class, this verb tense means would for the most part in English, and it is comprised of the future stem with the imperfect endings. So if the future stem was parler, and I want to say I would speak, we would see je parlerai, je parlerai. And what about an irregular one? If our future stem was or for avoir, and we wanted to say we would have, nous aurions. That's just two as an example. Going to the textbook, I'll read the tenses for you for parler, être, finir et répondre. À la page 152. 152. Parler, je parlerai, tu parlerais, il parlerait, nous parlerions, vous parleriez, and il parlerait. It's difficult to pronounce because of the double R's there. Être, irregular future stem, so we have je serai, tu serais, il serait, nous serions, vous seriez, and let's do elle serait. You can't tell the difference between singular and plural on those. Top of the next page, finir, je finirai, tu finirais, elle finirait, nous finirions, vous finiriez, and il plural, il finirait. Again, no pronunciation difference there. And for RE verbs, répondre, notice just the E is dropped for the stem. Je répondrai, tu répondrais, on répondrait, nous répondrions, vous répondriez, and elle répondrait. The clock is going to ding a couple times here, and you'll know what time it is if you count them. All right, so we learned that, as I said, this verb means would, and we'll see in a couple of days the alternate translations, or I guess you could call it alternate translations, like we talked in class about the verb pouvoir as could and devoir as should. We'll get to those. For now, together we will do exercice E à la page 153. Exercice E. Que ferait-il dans ce cas? What would they do in this case? Tell what each of these people would do if given the opportunity. Complete each sentence with the correct conditional form of the verbs in parentheses. So what would Henri do? Henri, and we have habiter à Paris. He would live in Paris. Future stem, imperfect ending. Il habiterait à Paris. He would live. Numéro 2, les jeunes, and we have travailler dur pour réussir. Young people would work hard to succeed. Future stem, imperfect ending. Travaillerait, plural. They would work. Numéro 3, s'ils pouvaient, if they were able. Les enfants, grandir. Aussi vite que possible. Children would grow up as fast as possible. Also a plural. Grandirait. They would grow up. 4. Nous dormir jusqu'à midi. We would sleep. Dormirions. We would sleep. Nous dormirions. 5. Vous écoutez ce morceau de musique. You would listen to this piece of music. So we've got écouterait. Oops. Écouteriez. I didn't pronounce that quite right. Vous écouteriez, would listen to. 6. Annette vendra sa voiture à son frère. She would sell her car to her brother. Just drop the E here for the future stem. Elle vendrait. She would sell. 7. Tu, and then we have aimer, aller en ville. You would like to go. Tu aimerais. Oops, I'm sorry. Tu aimerais. Tu aimerais aller. 8. Vous ne jouez jamais au football. You would never play soccer. Here's our favorite. Jouer, difficult to pronounce. Wait, what's our subject? Vous. Vous ne joueriez jamais au football. 9. Georges répondre à la lettre. He would respond. Georges répondrait. He would respond or would answer. 10. Mon frère, and we have partir, plus tard, he would leave, later. Il partirait, he would leave. 11. On changeait de vêtements. One would change the clothing. Changerait, on changerait de vêtements. One would change clothing, or they would change clothing. Et numéro 10. Nous voyager en Chine. We would travel in China or to China. Nous voyagerions. Nous voyagerions en Chine. We would travel to China. All right, there you go, the conditional. Easy peasy. As always, let me know if you have any questions. And this ends 10C. Au revoir.